Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay. I've got a really exciting video today. So over Christmas I upgraded my Explore Air 2 to the Cricut Maker, and I thought I would do a quick video showing you everything that comes in the box and how to get it all set up. So this is everything that comes in the box. So this is the power cable. It comes with a US plug, so there is a UK plug that also comes with it, which is what I'll be using. It comes with this little box. You also get the light grip cutting mat and the fabric grip cutting mat. So they're a bit bent because they were in the box, but I'll put something on them to weigh them down and straighten those out. And then inside this little box here, let's get this open. Oh wow, this is really fancy. So this envelope says materials for your first project. So I'll open that in a minute. You get the rotary blade. So this cuts fabric out. So this is how it comes. You keep this plastic part on. I know that kind of slots into the machine, and it's got a very small rotary blade on it. So that's really cool. I'm just going to pop that back in here for a minute. There's another envelope that says open me first. Oops. So this tells you how to get started, and there's lots of different languages that it tells you in. So get started in 4 steps. So there's the instructions, but I'm going to I'll do a screen recording on my laptop and I'll show you how to get it set up. So that's that, and then there's the Cricut warranty card and the information for that. And then okay, so under here it comes with one of the black Cricut pen. This is the cable to connect the Cricut to your laptop, and it also comes with a rotary blade cap, so that just protects the blade whilst it's not in use. So let's have a look and see what's inside this envelope, and then we will make a start on our first project. Oops. So inside here there's a small piece of blue card. There's a piece of white card, and I think there should have been a piece of material for the rotary blade, but that doesn't appear to be in here. So I'll have to see if I can find something else to use for that. But we can do the first project to begin with and get it all set up. That's not a problem. So I quickly wanted to just show you the machine and how it looks. And on the Explorer 2 there was a power button and a dial, and there was also an open button, but for the Maker you just lift the top up and then the bottom section comes down. And as you can see, the power button is over here along with the loading button. That's the go button or the cut button and pause. Now it comes with the fine point blade already installed, and you will need to remove this piece of foam before you can use it. So that's what the inside looks like. This is clamp A. That's where your pens or the Cricut stylus goes. and then you've got clamp B. Now this has an adaptive tool system, so you can take the tools out of here. The clamp's quite stiff, but so that slides out of there, and then you can easily change the blades. Now with a lot of the other blades, they've got this metal part on the top and they kind of slot into there, and it knows which tool it is that you're using, so that if you've got the wrong tool in, then Design Space will tell you before you go to cut your project. So I'm just going to pop that back in there and close this again. So yeah, I love the colour of it. It's absolutely stunning. It really does look smart. It's very heavy though. It's a lot heavier than the Explore, so that just slats back up there. There's a space here that you can fit your phone or iPad. There's a little compartment here for you to keep your tools in, and it also has a USB connection around the side. So I'll quickly show you that. So it's got a USB connection here, so you can charge your phone or your iPad whilst you're working. Just look at that. So I've got the rose colour. And it's absolutely stunning. There's also a compartment, I forgot to show you. There's also a compartment here, so you can also keep some of your tools in this. There is a magnetic strip here that you can keep your spare blades on as well. So I'm going to plug everything in, and I'll put my laptop on and head over to the website, and I'll show you how to get it set up, and then we'll do our first project. So this is the back of the machine, and that's where I've plugged my two cables in. So the smaller one is the power cable, and then the bigger cable on the left, that's the cable that you connect to your device. So I have connected this USB cable to my laptop, and now I am just going to switch this on. And then we will head over to Cricut and get this set up. So I have already got Cricut installed on my computer because I had the Explorer 2, but I just wanted to show you where you have to go to get set up and download that if you haven't already got it. So the website you need to go to is cricut.com/setup. So as you can see here, it gives you the option to open the app or download. You will need to download the software onto your laptop before you get started, and then once you've downloaded it, it will show up on your desktop and you can open it up. And usually mine will probably sign straight in, but it will ask you to enter all your details, so it will need your email address. If you want the Cricut Access subscription, then it will need your bank details. So this is what Cricut Design Space looks like once you've signed in. Now I'm going to go on to new machine setup. So this is probably what you would have to go through once you've put all your login details in. So I've upgraded to the Cricut Maker. So this is telling me that I need to leave 10 inches of space behind my Cricut, which I've done. I've already plugged it in and it's powered on, and I have connected the USB cable. So now I just want to click continue. So it's telling me that I need to update, so everything's all up to date with that. And I just want to agree to the terms of use and then click register. So now my Maker is all set up, and then I want to click next. So this is where you do a test cut. So it's telling me to pick one of these images, so I'm just going to pick the flower, and then I want to click next. And it's telling me to place my small piece of cardstock on the top left corner of the mat. So let's go and do that. So for cardstock you want to use the blue light grip cutting mat. So I've just placed my cardstock in the top left corner of the mat, and then I'm going to follow the rest of the instructions on the computer. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what's next. So we've already got the blade in clamp B. It's just a fine point blade for this project, so that comes pre-installed. And then it's telling me to push the mat up under the guides towards the rollers. So I will show you that in a minute, and then the next step is to press the flashing load/unload button on the machine. So when you're loading your mat into the machine, you want to make sure that the mat is in between these guides here, so this little white one and this little white one here, and you want to make sure that is pushed up against those. And then this is the loading button, so you want to press that and it will pull the mat into the machine. Okay, so now my laptop is showing me to press the go button, which is this one here. So I'm going to press go. And now it's going to cut the design out on this piece of card. Okay, so that's finished cutting, and now I want to press the unload button again and just take my mat out. So as you can see, it has cut my design out really nicely. Usually I would turn the mat over to peel the card off the off here, but because I'm recording with my phone in my hand, I can't do that. So there we go, and now I should be able to lift this off very carefully. And there we go, there's the first cut. So that's quite pretty. You could use it on a card or something, or even curl the sides up and put it on top of a gift box. That would look quite pretty. And then with these last few bits, I usually use the scraper tool to just push that underneath there and scrape those bits off. Again though, because I'm recording with my hand, I'll try and show you the best I can, but if you just gently push it underneath, they should come off the mat quite easily. You want to make sure that you remove all of these pieces before you try and cut another image out. So that's that. I'll finish taking those bits off once I finish recording. So yeah, that's the first project done. Okay, so now we've finished the first project. If we go to start designing, this will take you to the home page of Cricut Design Space. So as you can see on your home page, you've got your own projects at the top here. So these are projects that I've previously done. And then if you scroll down, you've got Cricut Access. And then there's these ready to make projects, which these have now changed now that I've got the Maker installed. Because there's obviously a lot more that you can do with the Maker. You can cut out all these different materials. And then the community tab, so this is what other crafters have added. And then you have just lots of different projects that you can get started with. I recommend going through some of these and having a really have a little bit of a play around with them and see what you like to make. So on the Cricut Access, that's a monthly subscription, and there's lots of different projects that you can make here. Because I've got two machines, I can either have it selected to the Maker or the Cricut Explore family, and it will just give me different projects based on which one I'm on. So yeah, that's how you get started. I do have another video which shows you how to use Cricut Design Space, so I will link that in the description below, and that just tells you everything that you need to know. It's exactly the same like for the Maker as it is for the Explore when you're using Design Space. The only difference really, so if I go to new to start a new project and open my canvas up, I'll just pop a shape in, so I'll just do a square. Okay, so up here, as you can see, I've got Maker selected. So that means that on my line type here, I've got a few extra options. So on the Explore machine and the Cricut Joy, you can't engrave, you can't deboss, you haven't got the wave blade for that one, and you can't use the perforation tool. So these options, if I was to have the Explore selected for my other machine, those options are no longer available. So you have to make sure that you've got the right machine selected for the project that you want to do. So that's just something to bear in mind. Okay, so I couldn't find a scrap piece of fabric, but I have got this organza roll, which is a type of fabric which apparently the Maker does cut this as well. So I thought I would cut just a section of this off and then we'll see how that goes. So let me just show you how to install the rotary blade and then we'll cut this out. Okay, so when you're cutting fabric out, you want the pink fabric grip mat, which is this one. It tells you in the corner there which mat you're using. Now all of the mats come with a plastic protective cover on it, so you want to peel this off and just pop that to one side and save it, because you'll need to pop that back on there once you've finished. Okay, so I've got my organza material here. It's very delicate, so I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but we'll give it a try. And then you want to just place that where you want it to be on your mat. I don't have the Cricut brayer, but I've got this cheapo Mod Podge version of one, which has never been used, so I just thought I would use that. I'm just going to gently make sure that the material has stuck down like so, and just make sure that there's no parts that are kind of lifting up. First I'm going to take the rotary blade and I'm going to install it into the Cricut. So I'm just going to open this. Okay, and then just make sure that you can see what I'm doing. So first I want to remove this blade by opening this clamp here, and I want to take this out of the machine. Okay, so this is what the rotary blade looks like. As you can see, it's got this plastic casing over it, and you want this to be on the outside of the machine like this. So I'm just going to pop that in there like that, and then close the clamp back up. So there we go. So let's head back over to Cricut Design Space. Okay, so I'm just going to go for a very simple shape. I'm just going to cut a heart out. And I'm going to put my width as 3.5 inches. Okay, so that's already, like I say, just a very basic simple shape, just to give it a try. And then I want to go to the top right hand corner and click Make It. So it's where I want it to be on the mat, and then I want to click Continue. So for my base material, I want to click Browse All Materials, and then go down to Fabric and find Organza. So that's there, and then I want to click Done. So as you can see, it's asking me to load the rotary blade into clamp B, which we've already done. We've already put the materials on the mat, so now we just want to load the mat into the machine. Okay, so I've placed my mat in between the guides, so these two white parts here, just to make sure that that's in the middle, and I've pushed it right up against the roller. As you can see, the power button has now turned blue, and that's because we're connected via Bluetooth. And there's the load button, so I just want to click that, and that's pulled the mat into the machine. And now we can click the Go button. So that's the adaptive tool system working, and it's just making sure that I've got the right blade installed. Okay, so that's done, and now I can unload my mat. There we go. So I'm just going to peel this off. That's actually cut that out a bit better than I thought it was going to. I thought the material might have been a little bit too delicate to cut it out. So I'm just going to take my tweezers and gently lift that off there. There we go. And then I'm going to place my protective cover back on top of the mat. Oops. So yeah, there we go. How easy was that? If I pop it on here, you might be able to see it a little bit better, but it's cut that perfectly. And for saying it's such a delicate material, I didn't have to bond it, I didn't have to put anything on it to make it cut. So yeah, that was really easy. So yeah, there's our first two projects made on the Maker. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that if you are considering buying a Maker, then you know how to get it all set up and everything. I've got a few more videos planned in the next few weeks. So I've got the debossing tool on its way and also the engraving tool. So I'll hopefully get a video put up on how to use those as well. So yeah, I look forward to those arriving, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.